Hello and welcome back to RimWorld and the monarchy of Rambo and Igor. Rambo apparently was injured earlier. Oh yeah, Alpha Beaver fights. Yeah, there are some issues regarding Alpha Beavers. I mean, they're all dead now, so I guess technically that's not an issue anymore, but it was previously an issue. They're all dead now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. In terms of our current colony, we've got building up. We've just started building some production facilities, mostly in the realm of food. And we can actually get these started working with butchering things for basically forever. And making meals, of course, forever, because that's how we roll. And what do we have here? Our farms are just food. We're probably going to need to get into some form of cash crop, or I mean some form of, resource of some kind. Because, trading is just what... Hey, is this... Oh, this is the walk-in fridge. Okay. Because trading is the sort of thing that our colony needs to do to make tons of money and strengthen the Rambonian Knights as much as possible. I feel like, first off, we probably need some form of refrigerator for this, because Smokeleaf, I have had some experience with it in the past as I played a little bit of this. It does need to be refrigerated and frozen so it doesn't go bad. The actual joints don't have to be, but the Smokeleaf itself, most definitely. So we'll have to start by building ourselves a Smokeleaf walk-in refrigerator. So the Smokeleaf freezer, the greatest part of our economic strength. Wait, should we build it off of the prison cell? I feel like that's a bad idea. I don't like that idea. I think, if we do that, there's going to be prisoners trying to, claw through the wall. They're made of steel. Okay, I take it back. I was going to say there was probably going to be prisoners trying to claw through the walls and, get to the Smokeleaf for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they're just massive addicts because we've sold so much of it. But given that those are steel walls that are in the way, I'm pretty sure that won't be a thing. I have a feeling they won't be able to deal with that. So we'll start getting that set up so we can get some form of cash crops. Ooh, bonded animal's death. What? Our husky died? How did our husky die? Oh, an extreme infection? Oh, that's terrible. Oh no, our husky is dead. Well, somebody had better butcher that husky, and we're gonna eat it. Because that is what we do. Because we are terrible. Looks like we're making a bit of tribal wear just to make sure we have some clothes for people. We've got a bow, which is gonna be going to Cherie? Is it going to Cherie? Oh yeah. We were going to take a prisoner, but it appears that our prisoner has died. So that's not a thing anymore. I think Cherie's going to equip that. Yeah, she has good shooting. So we'll just have a steel spear on, basically on reserve for anyone who needs it. Everyone else has actual firearms, except for Frankie. You're going to get a steel spear, because that's way better than a plasteel knife, just saying. That is eons better. Okay, so we've got basic power running here. Rambo's actually planting the Smokeleaf, as Rambo being, of course, the monarch of the colony and also the overseer of basically all production, wants to make certain that the Smokeleaf is of the highest quality, so we sell the most possible. And quite frankly, I understand how you feel, Rambo. That makes a lot of sense. We want very high-quality Smokeleaf here. Speaking of that, we do need to build the cooler to cool this down. We could have it just... we could have it just vent into the prison cell and just create an inferno in the... Oh, my word, yes. Okay, fine. Fine, I'm going to do it. This is a terrible idea. It's going to make this place 100 degrees. Actually, I think it might make the cooler not work. So despite how hilarious it would be to just burn the prisoners out of their room, we're gonna put it over here because that actually ensures that we have quality Smokeleaf. And then we're gonna need an actual production zone for this. So, okay, that's gonna be a thing. Oh, and by the way, Upon my playing, I've realized that, oh, okay. So there are some issues regarding walk-in fridges and going in and out of them. If we go in and out of them too much, it can actually bring the inside of this freezer down up above actual freezing level. So one thing that I've done to fix it in the past is create an airlock system, which can be useful. I mean, there's not really much airlock possibility given how close we built these, but we'll just have to watch it, make sure everything stays frozen. At this point it is, so that looks fine. So the production area is just gonna basically be a little shack for a smoke leaf. It's gonna be right here. This will officially be called the joint shack, and there will be at least 7 peasants in there just constantly creating smoke leaf. I don't know why 7. I mean, 7's a pretty random number, but I mean, we could fit as many as, what, 10? 10 individual peasants in here? I'm not certain they'd be able to actively work in a production spot, but I mean, I'm willing to sweatshop this. I don't know if you're willing to sweatshop this, but I certainly am, because you know what? That just sounds amazing. Is this really hot or really cold? No, it doesn't seem to be that bad. We should probably install a cooler in everyone's room. There you go, Igor and Rambo, you're getting a cooler. We're gonna vent it into Cherie and Frankie's room, and then into the actual dining room, which is currently slightly covered in blood, which is just disgusting. That is almost definitely the Husky's blood. You guys are gonna have to deal with that. I mean, there's gonna be some bad thoughts surrounding that one, I can assure you. Looks like we got the actual cooler up and running, although it's not actually connected. And then, with that, we've got our cash crop, we've got basic food production, and what do we need to look towards next? We need to look towards more significant production in, like, stone cutting. Stone cutting is actually something that's unlocked immediately in this version, which is pretty nice. I never knew why we really needed to research that, but, you know. So, we've got a stone cutter's table that we can set up, and we also need research to get done somehow, hopefully. Until you have a research bench, your colonists will not be able to research, I know. By the way, this is the new research tree, which quite frankly, I like a lot better than the last system of research. However much this is just like, what? I mean, still, it's pretty good. Probably what we need to go for is getting a more advanced research station ASAP, which will require actually doing research. Strange concept. Which will also require actually building a research bench. Also a strange concept. So we'll build a research building here. It does need to be a decent size because, first off, I mean, while this is a pretty small thing, the more advanced research bench is going to be significantly larger. And then there's add-ons to that we need to put in there. So, you know, building for the future. Building for the future. So that'll be our research area. And potentially off, I don't know, we'll build a structure here. And this will be a production area for things like stone cutting and such resources. That'll be great. This is going to be brilliant, people. Look, we are going places already. We've already basically got a little town here. We should probably also consider defenses. Yeah, okay, we'll consider defenses. The last idea that we had about walling off the area is a great idea. That is just brilliant. I've used it a few other times, and it works so freaking well. However, walling it off with wood walls is not really the best way to do it. It just so happens that wood walls, one, catch fire really easily, which is bad, like really bad, like apocalyptically bad. Like Chewie would have a dream about the sort of things that happen when you build your outer perimeter walls out of wood walls. So we're going to get stone cutting up and running, and we're going to build stone walls around this place. Plus, you know, being a castle as we are the Rambonian Knights, I feel like a stone wall just is a lot better for, like, the head cannon and the legitimate cannon, which is not really the head cannon of our people, because I feel like Frankie and Rambo and Igor all very much understand that there is no head cannon revolving around this being a kingdom of any sort. We should probably also, close this off so people stop getting bad thoughts by walking by dead people, which is not a good thing. Oh man, there's a lot of construction to be done. A lot of construction. This is what happens when you start a new colony, people. You gotta build tons of stuff. So our crops are coming up nicely. We don't have much food. We have 14 meals. But that should be enough to stem to the next potato crop, which currently is coming up quite nicely. And, oh wait, hey! We're already farming smoke leaf. Huh. Well, okay, we have more smoke leaf. I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of any of these farms, because we need all the smoke leaf we can get. It is, I will tell you, a very lucrative business when you do it properly. So everything's being constructed here. We need to put down a floor in the production area, and that should be perfect. And probably, just saying, maybe we should put some lights in some of these rooms. I'm just thinking about it. That might be a good idea. Not 100% certain why we would do that, but, we're gonna go with it. I feel like maybe it's one of those philanthropic options that we can choose. Okay, so that's solid. Everyone, wait, we have it on super speed. That is why everything is happening so quickly. Rambo is harvesting a bunch of potatoes, because apparently the serfs are not actually doing their jobs. Cherie, are you gonna be, working the fields here? You are currently the only peasant in the colony. I don't know if you've noticed. You kind of need to go deal with the farm fields, Cherie. That's your job. That's your life now. That's what you do. Go to the fields. Don't have Rambo, deal with a bunch... History tab. Shut up. Don't have Rambo deal with all of the potatoes. Rambo is not a potato farmer. Rambo is exclusively a smokeweed farmer. And a darn good smokeweed farmer at that. Trust me. Looks like the temperature situation in the living quarters is getting set up. That's perfect. Frankie is just hauling some resources over here. I don't know why. Is nobody building anything? Frankie, mind going on to construction? That'd be great. So we can get some of this stuff finished up. And then, ooh, who's gonna do crafting? Because we're gonna need crafting pretty soon, seeing as we're gonna need this stonecutter's bench working basically 24/7 to make enough stone to build a stone wall around this. I feel like the stone wall is gonna be along here, closing off this entire section, and then we'll do like a right angle along here. Have big farm field areas. We can... The question will then be, which direction do we want to have actually be our entrance? We can either build a stone wall, right along here, or we can use this as the entrance and build a wall along here. I feel like this is a better entrance. I don't know why, but it just feels right, okay? So we're probably going to have this be the entrance. We'll set up defenses in an opening there, and that should be solid. Cherie, are you still living in a room without any lights? No, that is quite sad, Cherie. Too bad you're a peasant and nobody cares about the plight of the peasants because, they are peasants and it is their job to have a terrible life and, to work fields and stuff, but also to have a terrible, mostly the terrible life, actually. There's a misconception surrounding the feudal system that in some way it's designed to make peasants do farming. No, it's really just designed to make peasants miserable, which everyone loves. It's the best. Come on. You love miserable peasants. I certainly do. So power's getting attached up there. We should have lights Perfect. Perfect. And soon enough, we'll have a stone cutter. Once again, who is going to be doing that work? Cherie, what sort of... It's Cherie, okay. Cherie is going to be doing the crafting work a lot. I believe that stone cutting is, in fact, crafting. So, Cherie, we're going to set this to manual priority, and she is going to start crafting things a lot. Get to work, Cherie. Oh, yeah. She's, like, making granite chunks out of this stuff. Oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh, my word. I really wish in the past that we had gone for stone cutting a bit faster, because this stone cutting stuff is, like, where it's at. Trust me. You get tons of resources out of a bunch of just debris chunks all over the place. It is so good. We'll also deconstruct some of these ship chunks. I don't know if there's any more around here. I think there are. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we start as the 3 colonists. We start with a bunch of ship chunks all over the place. So that's set up. Do we have any animals right now? This is a good question. Somebody tame that alpaca. We need animals, because animals are actually really useful. If you train them in hauling, they become like the best things ever. They haul stuff all over the place. Oh my word, look at all that granite. Dude, Cherie, you are a brilliant peasant. That still puts you really low on the list of, like, good people. But you're at least a brilliant peasant, Cherie. Good for you. We're going to build a little bit of the wall out here. We're just going to start by closing off this upper area. Potentially deconstruct that. And this will be a little room for something. I don't even know. I mean, it's built into the wall. Maybe we can build a parapet. I don't know. I don't think parapets actually work in this game, so it's going to be hard to tell. It appears that Rambo is officially the farmer of the colony, which is not really the best, but, you know, given that we only have 4 people and only 1 person is actually a peasant, Frankie's a lord, Igor and Rambo are king and queen, and then Cherie is the only peasant, but she's a crafting peasant, working specifically in crafting stone blocks for the Great Wall of our colony. I feel like it's necessary that the king and queen actually do some farm work, unfortunately. Look, once we become more successful, once we become, like, amazing, like, super crazy people, we'll make certain that the king and queen never again have to ever lift a finger. They will just do nothing for the rest of their lives, except stand as figureheads for the defense, which probably means we should build, like, a king and queen's, like, throne out in the defensive field, just surrounded by a ton of protection, and basically the king and queen just sit out in that throne forever, just, like, watching battles go down and not actually participating. Except, I mean, I guess there's no reason that they can't be all kingly and, like, take a few shots just for sport. I mean, that's perfectly fine, but they can't be on the front line. They are way too important of individuals to ever be on the front line. We cannot lose the king and queen of our colony. Anyway, for now, that'll bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will start working on continuing to build up this wall, building it across, like, this area, and probably closing off the farm fields as well. So we have a single area of entry, and that should significantly increase the survivability of this colony. So until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.